Let's take a look at the Heupel keys, and there we go. He hit on 4 of them last night. Score, let me get where I can read this. Score 30 points or more. They did that, so they're now 39-3 in that area. Rush for 3 touchdowns or more. When he does that, undefeated. 26-0 when they run for 3 touchdowns. Complete 65% of the passes or better, 23-5. Commit 8 penalties or fewer. They improved to 29-6, so they hit about half of their keys. And that was enough for a big win at Lexington last night. Let's welcome in the next members of our panel. Right down there, VFL offensive lineman Ollie Lane, right next to VFL offensive lineman Mike Stoll. And the 2 guys they would be protecting would be VFL quarterback Sterling Hinton.
Yes,
Sterling,
sir.
Thanks for being here.
Good to be here, John P.
Another
It's
awesome
beginning
coach.
to look a lot like Chris.
It does look like it. It does look like a package.
It's like a present.
I like that.
All right.
Pearl's a present.
We talked about this going to break. That it's funny. UT coaches never say anything to the local media. They always save it up, and then when ESPN comes to town, it's, hey, yeah, I've got a hernia. You wouldn't believe. I mean, just tell them anything. Just tell them all kinds of stuff. So they went open book yesterday with Cole Kublik. They quoted Joey Halsley as saying these deep throws used to be open in Heupel's offense when we first brought it here. Now we're having to create them. It's not earth-shattering, but for those who are wondering, what's happened to the offense? We said it last year. Opposing defenses have figured out, oh, we're just going to drop 8 and sit back here. We're not going to worry about your run anymore. If you can run it and take 10 plays to run it down the field without having a penalty with your offense, good luck. Whereas the first couple of years, they were freaking out. Do we go light? Do we go heavy? That stopped. And that's why, and credit Heupel and his crew for going out. Ollie, they took this offense, and they kind of really tweaked it this offseason where it's almost a whole new offense. But I thought it was interesting. You had Joey Halsley, your old offensive coordinator, talking about the fact that these throws used to be open. Now we're having to coach them open.
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to that. It's that cat and mouse game. You always got to have an answer to their answer, and then you continue to have another answer to their answer. So, I mean, it's always a credit to these guys and this coaching staff. They do hard, deep dives into the film every single year, see what they can do differently, pull stuff from different areas in the league. And so they do a really good job at changing things. But I also like, you add in Seth Luttrell and Jim Chaney in that scheme as well to get some outside noise, which is something they haven't done a lot. They don't like outside noise. They feel like if you're in the system, you're in the family, then we'll keep and listen to you. But they don't listen to a lot of the outside. They've done that this year, and I think it's begin to show promise into what they can put out there on the field. Because, I mean, the fact is people will wise up to what you want to do. And I'm sure if they wanted to, they would still try to spread everybody out and throw it deep every single time. But, I mean, this goes directly into one of my keys for this game. You got to get creative with your playbook. Find some different avenues to get guys active in the passing game.
You were calling for more Ethan Davis this
yes,
week, and he got healthy.
He came in in a big way. And then, I mean, I love using Staley on a swing pass and different things. And what you saw a lot of in this game, too, is it allowed opportunities for yak. We haven't had a lot of yak out of our wide receivers, and it feels like a while. And you saw that in a big way last night.
Fans have yacked a couple of times, but I was watching the defense. Okay, Sterling, what he mentioned, the cat and mouse game, the back and forth. I think there was a little bit of that was going on. First month of the season, this offense looked great. Now, granted, take into account part of that was UAB and East Tennessee State, but you look good against Power 5 opponents that first month. It's like, wow, look at this. And you actually heard coaches and other staff saying, well, we expected it to be the veer and shoot, and they're doing something else here. Then the last few weeks, it had kind of gone. It dialed it down a little. It had slowed a little bit. The offense was not flying at that high pace, and I think you had a bit of, okay, defenses have seen it. Now we know, oh, Aguilar likes to do this, and they like to go over here on this down. Let's take that away. So now you're having to adjust back, and I think Tennessee, you saw Chris Brazzell being open again last night. Again, it may be Kentucky's DBs, but you saw Brazzell open again last night. You see them get a little bit more creative with Ethan Davis, with the Staley swing pass. I think they are now reacting to what the defense has reacted to.
Absolutely, and that's something that, we got to remember. We're Tennessee, and we love Tennessee, but other teams are scouting us also. So they know Joey Aguilar jumped into our offense. No one knew what he would do. And all of a sudden he does what he did, and then now he's got to find a way to recreate himself and get back to the way we loved him in September. But the beautiful thing I saw yesterday, and I know we talked about his Kentucky DBs, but we had receivers do it against Georgia's DBs. They threw the ball down the field to throw the receivers open. I like that 50-50 ball, you know, in the 20-yard area. But when you
As
get
a guy
down
who
the
played
field,
with Pickens and Harper, I'm
hey,
not surprised.
sling that thing and let them go get it, baby.
Yeah.
We leaving.
Yeah.
And they going to go get it. We got some guys that can go get it.
Yeah.
And they showed last night. I mean, a couple of times, you know, we beat the Kentucky DB, but they were in good position when the ball was thrown. They ran and got that thing, baby. Let them go get it. And we caught it. We caught the
Yeah.
ball.
No
we
drops
had
last
some,
night.
we had some key drops in the Alabama game that could have maybe changed the momentum for us. So I'm incredibly proud of the offense. Do it again, man. Do it again.
Mike, there was a lot of talk last night. Cole Kubelik was going on and on and on about the new blocking schemes. They went to the NFL. They talked to the Browns coaches. They talked to the Chiefs coaches. They came up with pull protection. And you were over there. Your thoughts on all the talk that was going on about pull protection last night?
Yeah, so, I mean, again, Tennessee at first when they came out with Heupel's system was spread everybody wide, and the defenses were challenged to adjust to it. They really didn't quite understand it. You play against that a couple times, you're like, okay, I understand what their schemes are. And so Tennessee has had to reinvent and make some tweaks and changes. The pulling thing, so now you've got a situation where, okay, we're just going to keep everything in front of us. We react to run. The pull thing is you pull that guard, you pull him over, you're blocking it. It looks run, so you're going to hold your guys. That gives your receivers a chance to get a step. And that's like Sterling was talking about, throwing the guy open. That first step forward, you're going to lose because you're getting beat by that receiver running wide open. So those are the things that they make the tweaks, the changes. Now, the challenge with that scheme is sometimes you're leaving a running back blocking a defensive end coming and crashing hard. So I think Oklahoma's going to see that. What tweaks and changes do we have? Because that front for Oklahoma is pretty doggone good, so you better adjust to it quickly.